swings?
You did.
Okay, Paul, good to have you in this week, and let me tell you something. You made some great progress. Now, one of the key things that we focused on this afternoon was your hip turn, your right hip turning back. I gave you the analogy of Bubba Watson when he wants to kill a drive, he could turn his hips almost 90 degrees. And so opening up your hip turn allowed you to be able to get a lot deeper of a body pivot going away, and as a result, you started to be able to swing the club more from the inside path. Now, this is where we were when we initially came in. The club was getting a little bit too much around on you, and we worked on trying to keep it in front of you, but you'll notice there's not a lot of hip turn right here, and then your arms just kind of get trapped low and underneath your shoulders. That's going to encourage an over-the-top move coming down, and that's what you're doing. You're trying to get the club back out in front of you. It springs early, and there's your outside-to-in cut shot. Here you are making some practice swings, and when it took you on the course, you really started to nail it, and you focused much more on the right hip turning away and making room for your arms and your body pivot to complete that backswing. Much better looking backswing right here, and you can see you got a lot better rotation, which allows you then to have that lag starting to happen. You can see that you are planting the left heel and clearing the left side out of the way. But the key ingredient for you was that backswing, getting that good right hip turn that gave your body and your arms some room to be able to swing and complete. And there's your downswing delivery. Now it's coming in nice and shallow, and it gives you the ability to swing through into a much deeper balanced finish. So those are key ingredients. Yes, the wonderful boxed off finish that we were looking for. You're able to do that because you're rotated through nicely. That looks like a pro. I love it. And the last thing that you're pointing out to me here, so I don't forget, is the last three fingers of your left hand. We really, I encourage you to soften up your hands overall, but then we got to the point where it was too soft. So I said make sure that the last three fingers of your left hand are staying snug. They're not really tight. They're just holding on a little firmer than your right hand that's going to be a nice soft right hand. Got anything else?
Let me see. Drop it down like you said. You already said that.
Yep.
And push off almost my left leg. When you do the back, when I'm turning, I push off my back leg to get all that weight to the front or not? You know?
I think that's becoming a byproduct. I wouldn't make that an action because you can actually pop out of your posture a little bit by doing that. But you're feeling some really wonderful dynamics as a result of the hip turn going back. So what you're feeling with that right side is a response to some things.
The other thing is the setup.
Yep.
Breath, relax, give it a shot.
Very good. Yes, excellent. Yeah. Paul is doing a great job of reminding me of some of the things that we worked on. And so I want to add in here the whole initial thought process when we get on the golf course, that we calm down first by taking a good deep breath. And at that point, you can then start focusing on the ball and see the ball flight the way you desire. Pick out your target, and then walk in and stay nice and calm. So make your thought process starting from behind the ball. Once you get over the ball, I want you in and out of there in 5 to 7 seconds max. Don't think over the ball. Get your feel, walk in, set up, and go.
Did you say 2 strokes?
Your practice strokes?
2 practice strokes?
Yeah. Yeah. We found that your best was when you took 2 smooth practice strokes to feel what you wanted to before you walked in, set up, and hit the shot.
Closed stands?
What's that?
Driver closed stands?
Correct. We even have this here as a reference, okay? You notice how you've pulled that right foot off the line, and that gives you the ability to complete your hip turn. Anytime that you start to square up or close or open your stance, it restricts your hip turn. But when you draw the right foot back, it gives you the ability to then have more range of motion for better body pivot, better rotation. You're getting a real nice turn going back right there. So those are all key ingredients to you being able to complete your backswing and have the leverage of a good unwinding forward swing.
For an exercise to feel lag,
Wonderful. Let me pull that up,
Okay.
because I do have that. All right, so here's one of the lag drills that I gave you. I have you just holding on to your chest with your left hand. I have you feeling like you just swing it back with your right arm and your right shoulder. And I want you to add some hip turn to that now. Okay, so you're going to turn it back, swing it back, and then plant the heel, which you're doing a great job of right there. And you notice that's allowing you to stay in your posture, and then clear your hips and your chest going through. Look at the beautiful lag that's created as a result of this drill. And the more that you rehearse these feelings, the more it's going to give you the sequencing, the order of motion in which you want to be able to move down and through.
The last thing is kinetic when I turn back, how my lower hips lead and my upper body's lagging and my arms are lagging.
Right, exactly. And we talked about this drill actually accomplishes a lot of what you just reminded me of, which is the kinetic chain. You watch when that left heel plants, there's your first move down. All right, left heel plants, and as a result, you can see how the arm is kind of responding from that. And then from this point, the kinetic chain goes heel down, hip, left hip clears, chest clears, and makes room for the hands and arms to unwind and swing through into a good balanced finish. That's your kinetic chain. So if you have any other questions, you can give me a call. You can always send me a swing through your cell phone, and we can kind of go back and forth with that as we're all doing some distance learning. And until next time, happy golfing.